Welcome back to Rude Talk on Monday, April 22nd. We have a jam-packed day of sports action with the NBA playoffs as well as some MLB games. For today's episode, we're going to have a lot of content. We're going to be going over 3 different game breakdowns, 2 of which are NBA playoff games, 1 of which is an MLB game. We're going to be going over our 4 home run heroes for the day, which are our top 4 home run hitters projected for the day. We're going to go over our dog of the day, which is our best underdog play on the slate across both sports. And then we're going to go over our Hardwood Heroes to finish it off, which is our top 4 NBA player prop picks for tonight's playoff games. So let's jump on into it with our first game breakdown in the NBA playoffs. And that is the Orlando Magic versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Currently, the Orlando Magic are a 5.5 point dog. And we actually, as you see here, like that play. We have the Magic and the Cleveland Cavaliers projected to be 103-103, so a really tight game, possibly even seeing overtime in this one, meaning that 5.5 seems to be pretty good value. It's currently minus 112 for the underdogs to cover the spread, whereas for the Cleveland Cavaliers minus 5.5, it's minus 108. So you are getting some good value at minus 5.5. At plus 5.5 for the Orlando Magic at minus 112. If you really want to get risky with it, you could possibly even take Magic Moneyline at plus 180. I would not be doing that though. But I do like the Magic as the underdog here. Reason being, I think Paulo Banchero really carries today. I think he has a great game. I think that he is able to adjust to what Cleveland threw at them in game 1. Now they also have some playoff experience under their belt in this season. They feel a little bit more confident. I think that they're going to be able to stop guys like Mobley and Mitchell from going off like they did last game. And I like the Magic to just play really hard today, down 1-0 on the road, about to go back to Orlando. So that is our first game breakdown of the day, and that pick is Orlando Magic plus 5.5. For our second breakdown, we're going to stick in the NBA and we're going to head on over to Denver, and we're going to go look at the Lakers versus the Denver Nuggets. Our last time we had this play, or this matchup, we took the Lakers plus 7. It looked great until late in the fourth quarter when the Nuggets just started to pull away. I think we're going to run it back. Lakers plus 7.5. It's minus 108 currently on DraftKings. I like the play. I like LeBron on the road over versus Jokic. I do think that Denver wins this game outright. As you see, we're projecting a score of 110 to 114. Total of 224, which currently the over-under is 223.5. So I feel pretty good about the simulation here. And what we're seeing is LeBron James and Anthony Davis going off again. And the only thing that stopped us last time from winning that play was the fact that D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves were pretty much no-shows. I don't think that happens again. I think D'Angelo Russell has a nice bounce-back game. He had great shot volume last game. He just couldn't get the ball to go in. I think he doesn't have 2 bad games in a row against Denver. He's going to have the open shots. They're going to be pressing LeBron and pressing AD. And Jokic is going to get his as well on the other side of the ball. I do think that the role players in the Denver Nuggets don't have as good of a game as they had in game 1. So I do like the Lakers at plus 7.5 here to cover the spread. So that right there is our other game breakdown for the NBA. And we're going to move on over to the MLB here. And we're going to look at one of the games that I like on the slate today. And that is the Detroit Tigers versus the Tampa Bay Rays. This is an interesting one. You're going to notice right away that our total run projected is 7.62. It's projected to be a pretty low-scoring game. This is one of your classic pitcher duels, at least on the Detroit side of the ball. They have Tariq Skubal coming out. He's been their best pitcher this year, and he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball, especially at limiting the home runs and striking batters out. I like Skubal to go against the Rays today for about 8 strikeouts, no home runs allowed, and only 4 hits. So I do think that he has the better start over Zach Littell, who is projected to give up about 0.64 home runs, so that is enough for me to say that they could have a good shot at hitting one out. But I do like the batters on the Tigers today versus a right-handed pitcher more than I like the Rays against a left-handed pitcher. So I do think that this is going to be a low-scoring, grinded-out game, that the Tigers win due to their starting pitching in Tariq having a really good game. So the play here would be Tigers money line. The current line is minus 115. We have it at minus 113 per our projection, so it's pretty spot on with the value. I like that play in the MLB. So that is our game breakdowns for today. We're going to go ahead and transition on over to my favorite segment of the day, the Home Run Heroes. So yesterday, our Home Run Heroes, we had 2 out of 4 go deep, which is a great day, especially if you're doing round robins or you're taking each of them in a 2-man slip. it's a great day for that. To have 2 out of 4 go deep is awesome. And today I think we're going to try and repeat that. And hopefully we could get all 4. That would be best case scenario. But first and foremost, we have Fernando Tatis. He's been mashing the ball. He's been hitting really good contact, getting on base a ton. I like him today. We have a 37% chance for Fernando Tatis to hit a home run. He is our first home run hero. And I think he's in a great spot. Our second home run hero is Austin Riley. This guy's due. This guy, if anybody's due for a home run, it's Austin Riley. We have him with a 34% chance to hit a home run today. He's hit some balls really hard and really far, and just unfortunately has not been able to find the home run ball. But he's been making great solid contact, hitting a lot of doubles, a lot of extra base hits. I like him today to go deep. He is my favorite player on the Braves to hit one out today. If you're looking at the Braves, the secondary option would be Marcell Ozuna. He did just hit one yesterday, so I'm not sure he's going to go back to back. So that's why I am leaning towards Austin Riley for the Braves to hit a home run. Our third pick is Bobby Witt, another guy who's due. He started off the season just mashing the ball, hitting it so hard, a ton of total bases, a lot of extra base hits, triples, doubles, you name it. He was always on base, and I think he bounces back today with a home run. He hasn't hit one in quite a while as well, and I think he is due. Conditions look pretty solid for him to hit one out, so he is our third home run hero at 32%. And our fourth and final home run hero is Ketel Marte, another guy who's been dominating the total base game. He's been hitting a lot of leadoff home runs this year too, so I wouldn't be surprised for the first pitch to come out, him to hit it deep. We have him with a 28% chance to hit a home run, and he is our fourth and final home run hero. All 4 of these, if you wanted to take all 4 on a parlay, you're looking at a 327x lotto ticket right there with these 4 players. But I would personally recommend taking them as singles or even doubling them up. So like Tatis and Riley or Tatis and Witt, so on and so forth. Those are our 4 home run heroes of the day. We're going to now move on to our dog of the day. This is my favorite underdog play across both slates. Today, it's going to be in baseball, and this is a really interesting pick. You might call me crazy for this one. Is the Chicago White Sox over the Minnesota Twins. The White Sox are one of the worst teams in baseball this year, but I do like their lineup. I think they have some good hitters, and I think that this is a good matchup for them going up against Chris Paddack, who's given up a lot of hits this year. You'll notice we have Chris Paddack projected for about 9 hits across this White Sox offense in 26 batters faced. I think they get to him. I think they get to him early. I have projected score of 5-3. We're looking at the batting lineup of the White Sox being able to do some damage against a right-handed pitcher. I don't really like the offense of the Twins right now versus the right-handed pitcher in Jonathan Cannon. You'll notice here we have some guys who are at 250. Jeffers and Kirilloff look pretty good. Outside of that, almost everybody else looks like they have a pretty tough time hitting against right-handed pitching, and they're projected to strike out a ton, as you notice right here. High strikeout numbers for the Twins this year, so I do like the White Sox in the upset at plus 170 today, so I would play light on that, take it maybe 0.2, 0.5 units at most, but I do like the White Sox as our underdog of the day. And now moving into our last segment, our Hardwood Heroes. This is going to be our top 4 NBA player props across the slate. So let's jump into it. Our first player of the day is the man himself, the Joker, Nikola Jokic, going up against the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 2 at home. We have him over 8.5 assists. You'll notice right here on the rudebets.com simulator, we have him projected for 10 assists, 10.41 assists. Against the Lakers, he had pretty much his floor game in assists Game 1, and he still finished with 7. And that was after having little to no assists throughout most of the first quarter and most of the first half. Did a lot of that damage in the second half. I like him today to assist the ball. I think he dominated them on offense, scoring in Game 1, and the Lakers are going to try to adjust for that in Game 2. Although it is Jokic, it's hard to stop him offensively. But I do think he makes a lot of great plays. He makes the right play always on the court, and I like him to assist today. I even like Jokic for a triple-double if you wanted to go that route. As you see, we have him at 27 points, 10 assists, 13 rebounds. So I do like Jokic for the triple-double. He is our first Hardwood hero. Our second Hardwood hero is on the other side of the court, and that is LeBron James. Going up against the Denver Nuggets, LeBron, we like him today over 33.5 points plus assists. If we jump into the RudeBet simulator for LeBron, you'll notice we have his PA down here at 37.96, and that's comprised of about 28 points, 9 assists. LeBron has been assisting the ball at insanely high numbers this season, and I think that continues. The only thing that would have stopped him last game from covering this on the assist side would be the fact that Russell and Reeves had such poor games. Like I said earlier, I think Reeves and Russell bounce back. I think LeBron scores a lot tonight as well, and I like him to go for, call it, 26, 28 points, almost 10 assists. So I do like LeBron today in that slot for PA. Our third hardwood hero is Paolo Banchero. I think Paolo is going to carry today, as I mentioned in the game breakdown, versus the Orlando Magic. Jumping back into the sim, we have him for over 22.5 points. We have him projected for 25 points. I think he has a great game today, bouncing back in a pretty much must-win game for this Orlando Magic team, in my opinion. They're about to head home. They would love to have that home court advantage flip in their direction by going home with a win today. And I think Paulo is going to be the focal point to try and carry them there. So Paolo Banchero over 22.5 points projected for 25. And our last hardwood hero, this is going to be a bit of an interesting one. And this has to do with the most recent injury news that we've just seen. And that is Kyle Lowry over 2.5 assists. We have him projected for 4 assists, as you can see here. And Tyrese Maxey is questionable with an illness. I would guess that Tyrese is probably going to try and tough this one out and play, but even if he does play, he probably won't be at 100%, meaning I do think Kyle Lowry will get some extended time and extended minutes. And being on the court, I think he's going to be feeding guys like Oubre and Embiid a lot today. So we like Kyle Lowry over 2.5 assists, projected for 4. And all of this data and all of these picks come from the RudeBets.com simulators. If you want to join now, under my head, you can see 20% off your first month using code FIRE. So that is going to conclude our episode today. I hope you enjoyed all of the content. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on RudeBets.com and in the premium Discord once you sign up. Can't wait to see you there.